either actually get money or get the deal or create the structure. Are you with me on this? So what I want to talk to you about is how to work with a hedge fund manager. How I create these joint venture partnerships with people like you. How many people are interested to hear about that? Okay, great. So I'm going to give you the summary of this to start. The end goal is simplicity. Would you agree? So let's start with the simplest strategy that can make us a lot of money in the shortest period of time possible. Now, I like all kinds of commercial deals. I like residential as well. But a few years ago, I discovered that this strategy could be the easiest one for me to use. Now, I'll use a flip chart because I won't have like a camp presentation. I see what the audience want. You talk to Russ and Robert, and this is what I want to share with you. I want you to think of this in your own backyard, no matter what city you come from. Have you ever seen, let's say a busy street with two-way traffic? So here is a street, and a single tenant building is sitting there. Now, what's a single tenant building? Is a standalone property that can accommodate one type of tenant, like a Jack in the Box, Starbucks, maybe Subway. You're with me on this? Imagine the property is vacant and it has a sign that says available. Have you ever seen a sign like this? What does available mean? It means maybe a broker is listing it or an owner has it. That means if we have a tenant that wants to lease, it's available for lease. If we have a buyer that wants to buy it, he may sell. Have you seen those signs available? You've seen them? Or do you think an empty property would sell at the same price as if it was occupied? No, it's more valuable if it's occupied. We're in agreement on this?
Yes.
Would you agree with me that if occupied by a good tenant with a long-term lease, it will even become more valuable? Yes or no? So do you see an opportunity here already? Putting a property under contract when it's vacant and lining up a tenant that's willing and able to come into that location with a long-term lease. Could that be profitable? Yes or no? Now, so conceptually, what we're trying to do is find a problem and solve it. So here is, I'm going to walk you through the steps and you tell me if this works for you. So what I do is I trade people to do this, and I've done it several times among many other joint venture partnerships I do with the fund. So I have my own money in the fund. I've done very well, thank God. And I have investors that give me money to deploy, and I like this strategy a lot. Why do I like it? Because it can work anywhere in the country, even in small towns, precisely the same way. So now, let's say you're driving on that busy two-way traffic street and you see this empty property. So you call, and it's a broker. Let's say it's a broker. And you ask the broker, how much does the owner want from this property? And the owner says, $1 million. Now, by the way, if this 1 million is too big for you, eliminate the zero. If it's too small, just add a zero. Just instead of a constant for it. And he says, my owner wants $1 billion. And your first reaction is the flinch. $1 million? And I say, that's a flinch. Weird tradition. And you'll pause and you wait. Usually people negotiate with themselves. So the person is going to say, well, it's vacant now. If it gets rented, it will be worth probably over $1 million. The owner wants to sell, they inherited the property, or they lost the tenant. They'll tell you a little story about the property. Now, can you offer them less than $1 million? Yes or no? How much would you offer? So say half is 500, maybe too low. You say $600,000. Let them make an offer. Let's say they come back and they say, all right, you can put it under contract for 600. Now, do you have a short term to actually do the due diligence or a longer term than residential real estate? You have longer term for due diligence. So number one thing you do, you put it under contract to purchase it. And when you put it under contract, let's say for 600,000, you have usually between 30 to 60 days to perform a due diligence. What is a due diligence? It's a period during which you as a potential buyer can actually inspect the property and see if it fits your needs. If you can get the financing, if you can use it. Let's say you're a business owner, you want to know if you can get the permit to operate. Let's say you want to lease it, you want to know if you can get a tenant, etc. You have 30 to 45 days. Let's say 45 days is what they did. Sometimes they can give you longer. You can even do due diligence for 90 days, but let's be realistic. So now you have it under contract for 45 days. What's the next thing you can do? The next best thing you can do is you start smiling and dialing, and you call national tenants. Give me examples of national tenants. Can you shout some companies that come to your mind? Starbucks,
CBS,
CBS, Dunkin' Donuts,
Family Dollar.
Family Dollar, great one. Dollar General,
Walgreens.
Walgreens.
Uncle Sam.
Who?
Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam?
Oh,
Ah, Uncle Sam. Ah, okay. I thought it's some uncle. I don't know. It was my uncle. Or Uncle Sam, that's true. They could be government related. Right? It's endless. So let's say you call a bunch of vendors. What do you say? What do you call? I'll give you an example of the call. Hi, my name is Cherif Medawar, and I have a property at 123 at Camino Real. It is 2,000 square feet with storage space in the back for 500 square feet. The street is very busy. Neighboring tenants are, there's a Starbucks in the corner, there's a Dunkin' Donuts on the other side, there's a Jumbo Juice across the street. Would love to rent it to a national tenant. If your company is interested, please call me back at this number. You're with me? Now, if you're too nervous, what I do with the people I do joint venture with, I actually give them the script. I say, read it. And I know you're going to be nervous the first time. I mean, I've had people call, hi, I'm Burger King. And then they hang up. Yeah, that's the fault. So what? Right? You kind of practice a little bit. You break the ice, then it becomes natural. Then you can do it when you're thinking, I got to go home and buy tomatoes. You understand? You can do this at work. All right. So how many tenants do you have to call for somebody to call you back? There's a degree of luck in this. Would you agree? But all you need is how many tenants to call. What? When one tenant calls you, what do you want them to give you? An LOI. What's an LOI? Letter of intent. So let's say Subway calls you. Now Subway is a great one because I always grow. Quiznos announced a couple of years ago they want to grow 5,400 new units. Now why do these food franchisors want to grow? Because they have a lot of people that call them, like Subway for instance, they have people that call them and say, hi, I'm sick and tired of my corporate job. I saved $150,000 and I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to give you $150,000. Give me a store so I can sell sandwiches. Yes, and what? We want these people. These people are needing a 10-hour-a-day job in corporate America to go work in a job where they own the business. And they have people working for them. Great. If they do well, they can expand. But the beauty is, when I get the call back, it's from Subway telling me, we would like to lease that space. And we would like it for 10 or 15 years. How would you like to work once and get income for 10 to 15 years? Now, I know some of you are like, what am I going to do for 10, 15 years? I don't know. Go play. Go do whatever. There are people like, keep on understanding, I like to be busy. Well, go exercise. Work on your health. I don't know some of this stuff. See? Things that they take them all down, mister. Is that okay if I dip my coat? I'll keep taking articles of my clothing, huh? Stop it, it's not deep tomorrow. So the point is, you're calling, leaving messages, and you have to have a tracking system to call them back. Now, one other thing I train people to do is go to that space and have somebody, your husband or your wife, tape you with a little iPhone. Hi, my name is Cherif Medawar. As you see, I'm standing right here in front of 123 El Camino Real. As you see the traffic, the neighboring tenants, so let me take you inside the space. And the person is gonna watch. Don't be fancy, just simple. And have them come in with the little iPhone. And you say, as you see the spaces right here, it's the channel that is just the floor, the walls, the air conditioning, and the high ceiling, etc. And this space is available for you. Please call me. And then you load it up to YouTube. It's not so difficult. Put a Gmail account. You can do it in 5 minutes. And now you have a way to follow up with an email when they call you back. Let me email you the link so you can see the space. You prepare an email and you can say, hi, my name is Cherif Medawar, and this is regarding the 123 at Camino Real. I left you a voicemail message and this and this and this. How do you reach that particular person at Cross or Tommy Hilfiger or Subway or Quiznos? When you call the corporate office, of course, we already in my office, we compile the list of 4,500 national tenants that like to expand. But let's say you don't know, you don't have the list, you don't have the training, you just want to do something with what I'm going to give you here in 15 minutes. You go home, actually do it tonight. Well, as you drive home, start noticing empty spaces. All right, you're with me so far? This is like instant implementation. When you call the companies that you're interested in having in these locations, ask for the leasing department or for the Department of Real Estate or the VP of Real Estate. And when you get to the person, leave them a message. Usually they don't answer the phone. And sometimes they answer and say, I don't know what you're talking about. Send me a video or send me something. Or send it to me in writing. Here's my email. It's all right. You can ask the operator for the email of the person, etc. Key thing is All you want is one tenant to call you back and say something about it. We're interested in the location. Can we get a 15-year lease? Can you, yes or no? Let's say you say, I'll just give you 10 years. Now, why would you want to give him 10 instead of 15? Can you think of any reason? Why? Why do you think? Why would a tenant telling you, I want to give you a 15-year lease, and you tell them, I'll give you 10 only? Because what happens on the 11th year? What can you do? Thank you, increase the lease. And let's say Subway says, yes, we're interested in the 10 years, and would like to pay you $8,000. And you say, no, I'd like $9,000. You're happy with 8, right? 8 is phenomenal. You accept it right away? No, because usually they're all publicly traded companies. So nobody cares. I bet it's hard for you to eat. Don't realize this is not the mom and pop we're talking to. We're talking to somebody looking at the clock. I gotta go home at 5, pick up the kids, I gotta get to your location because that's my job. Okay, well, whatever. Can we meet at 8,500? That you agree? It would be $8,300 a month. Now, let me ask you, is this like residential? They're gonna ask you, can you clean up the space and furnish them? Or do they take it as is because there is tenant improvement? They do the work. They have their own standards, you realize? So now, they may negotiate with you, let's say, 2 months free rent. You with me on this?
Yeah.
Why? Because they're gonna do what's called TI. What is it called?
Tenant improvement.
TI is giving you some definition, some nomenclature, some words that go with that type of business. Well, give us 2 months free rent. We can put the flooring we want. We're gonna change the facade of the building. We're gonna get the permits with the city. Is that beautiful for you?
Yeah.
Yes, this is phenomenal. Because they're gonna improve your building. And we would like a 10-year lease. And we would like only 3% per year escalation. Now, what's an escalation? Every year, the lease is going to increase 3%. Does this meet or beat inflation, yes or no? Now, here's the best part. This lease, you can ask him to give it to you as what's called triple net. Now, be honest with me. How many people here, be honest with me, have never heard of triple net before? Raise your hands way up. I'm just make a visual statistic. Thank you. How many people heard of triple net? Okay, wonderful. Triple net is the best thing in the investor world. The investment world there, yeah? In all the investments, you can invest in, arts, stocks, bonds, whatever you want. In the world of real estate, the best thing is triple net. Triple net is when the tenant pays you the $8,300 or whatever the amount monthly is. And on top of it, they pay it net of the tax, insurance, and maintenance. That means the property tax comes in, you send it to them, they pay. The property insurance comes in, you send it to them. They indemnify. That means somebody slips or falls in the property, you don't get sued. You're indemnified, you're protected. And they pay for any maintenance. Nobody's gonna call you the toilet doesn't flush. Somebody broke the window outside, they take care of it. You see, having triple net buildings gives you freedom. It's not the money we want, it's what the money will give us. What's the most important thing the money will give you? Freedom. Isn't that so? I'm a frustrated singer. But this one, it's too late for me now, but so when I get mad, if something happens, bothers me, I just think triple net. It's beautiful. They're gonna pay me monthly. They're gonna take the deed for 10 years. I don't have to do anything. All I need is that them sending that actual letter of intent saying, we're gonna do this. But here's the most exciting thing about these big tenants. They're gonna sign what's called the corporate guarantee. The corporate guarantee, that means that performance of this store does not matter. This lease is guaranteed by the entire corporation. Subway, for instance, has 36,000 plus stores worldwide. Is that beautiful?
Yeah.
Now, what do you have? You have the property under contract at $600,000. You have a tenant ready to come in because they have a franchisee that's gonna take over. And by the way, I will sign with Subway the corporate office, and they will sublease to the actual franchisee. That person is going to pay them $150,000 to have the privilege of selling sandwiches of Subway. Is going to probably pay them $9,000 or $9,300 or maybe $10,000. Why? Why does Subway do that? Why would they each from me give me corporate guarantee and triple net and then sublease to a franchisee? Does anybody know why? Exactly, so they can stay in control. So if that franchisee does not comply with the franchise rules, like you got to change the poster, free ice cream with the sandwich, chicken 2 for 1, buy 4, get 125% off, all that good stuff, like, so they can buy posters and the franchisor keeps making extra money. If they don't comply, they kick them out. But I, the owner of the building, keep receiving the income. I don't care who comes. The entrepreneur, the wannabe, big and tall guy, the short guy, teenager, I don't care. I'm getting paid. Again, I walk by and I say, geez, poor soul. This guy's working 15 hours a day. He was working a corporate job 10 hours. Now he's working 15 because the teenager workers didn't show up. But nobody showed him or her how to own a building. Yeah, sometimes I get too excited, so I double dessert. Nobody else what? Sorry, full control mess. All right, so the letter of intent now at $8,300 times 12 is $100,000 a year in triple net income. That means net $100,000. That means that building will be worth at least how much? $1 million. Let's just say it's 10% cap. You know what the cap is? Capitalization. Real quick. Capitalization is if you have a building that's netting, let's say, $100,000 and you have a capital of $1 million, your capital would be working at 10% return. So to back it, if you have $100,000 income, that building now is worth $1 million. You with me so far? But by the way, if you're excited, you're controlling your excitement very well. All right, so now you have two forms. You have to have an actual contract to buy the property vacant at $600,000. And you have a tenant ready to come in and they will make it worth $1 million. Do you see a difference in value here, yes or no? And how much value increase? $400,000. Did I have to wait 10 years like in California for the property to double? No. Did I have to wait and wonder what's going to happen and predict the future and anticipate and do all this? No. I put a property under contract. I called a bunch of tenants and I did it every single day. I'm not telling you it's going to happen the next day. I'm not going to tell you it's easy. As a matter of fact, most people, when they put the property under contract, they worry about signing the contract. I've had people say, oh, my husband doesn't want me to sign the contract. Let me ask you something. When you sign a contract, are you obligated to buy? No. Do you have an out? Yeah, without a problem. As a matter of fact, you can give me a 100-page contract. I'll look for two things, and two things only. Number one, how long is the due diligence period? And how much upfront money in escrow do you want me to put so I can lock in the deal? Most likely on this deal, you can put $5,000. Oh, Cherif, I don't have $5,000. Do you have a credit card? You get a cash advance, put it in. Is it at risk? It's not at risk. I don't want you to borrow to do the deals, but you can lock in the deal. And let's be negative right now. You hold companies for 44 days. And on the 44th night, you can sleep because the conference is for 45 days. What do you do on the 45th day in the morning? You cancel. You call the broker. So sorry, I couldn't do it. Good luck to you on I'm out. That $5,000 you put in escrow, it's fully refundable. Is that beautiful? So beautiful. Brings tears to my eyes. There's no downside. There's only an upside. Okay. So now you're thinking, Cherif, but you don't understand. I only have 5,000. So wonderful. We got Subway want to get in. I got the seller is ready to sell at 600. What do I do? You think Cherif Medawar. Me. That's why we met. That's why I do the joint venture, because it's not so difficult to do this. You call my office and you say, all right, here is the contract and here is the letter of intent. Is there 400,000 increase in value here, yes or no? Now I pay an assignment fee because then we take over and we close all cash. My fund makes a fund. Medawar International Group Security Income Fund. We just close all cash. We just send in the escrow 600,000. You get on deals like this between 10% to 25% of the increasing value. Meaning you will make either 40,000 or 100,000. Based on what? Based on who is the tenant coming in? Because a Subway is better than a smaller tenant. Based on how long the lease is and the type of agreement we have with them. See, if they want 5 months free rent, that doesn't make me as much money as if it's 2 months free rent. Are you with me? Yes or no? Yeah. So this is how it works. Minimum on this deal, $40,000. That's just what minimum. Or I know what some of you are thinking, Cherif, you're gonna make 300,000. You pay me 100, you're gonna make 300. Yes, my investors are happy. I am happy, and you're happy. And what did you do? You drove once, same route you take. I'm not asking you to go somewhere else. right? Just as you drive, instead of thinking about politics or about some game, sports games or whatever, now you're thinking about where are the empty places. When you go to the mall, you think, who are the tenants that are clustered together? You have a completely different view about business. You see, people see empty buildings. I see dollar signs. I see euros. I see pesos. It depends who I am. Because these opportunities, you can do this anyone. But there is no place like the United States. Because this is where we have the biggest tenants and this is where they sign the biggest leases. And the beauty is, as the retail business shifts, we have great opportunities because they don't want to be in malls anymore. They want to be independent. This is a huge opportunity. I'm the only one teaching this. Not that you can't make money with apartment buildings, etc. But like, for example, apartment buildings, you can there's always good, better, and best. Great stuff we heard earlier. For me, apartment buildings, I buy them and I split them into condos. I condominiumize them and then I sell them individually. This is like buying a bottle of vodka and you sell it at the bar per glass. You made like 300, 400% return. I mean, everything got to think. What's the maximum amount of money I can make in the shortest period of time with minimum to no risk? Now you have me. I buy these. We've been doing this for a few years. And people come in and say, well, you don't know, I'm very unlucky. There's no luck here. Just look and make some phone calls. If you're unlucky, it didn't work, you have no downside. If it works, you're assigning it, you get paid. Let's say you don't want to call me. You'll never join me, you'll never do this with me. Let me ask you, can you do this on your own, yes or no? Yes. Cherif, where do I get the contract? The broker is going to send you the contract. Cherif, to do this, I need a proof of funds. You understand? Proof of fund. You see, when you buy residential property, they need to qualify you. You get a pre-approval letter because you have to qualify to make an offer on a residential home. You with me? In commercial, the property approves. They got to see that you have the funds. When we do joint venture, give you a pre-approval letter. With the fund, I don't have a money problem. I have the reverse problem of others. I have plenty of money. I'm just very picky on the deeds. And to assign these to me, it's got to be packaged. You see, that's the difference. Like, I try to work with brokers, and brokers are wonderful people, but they're in a box. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a box. I mean, heck, I have a broker explain this to you. Find me the deal, line up the... She keeps sending me deals on the MLS. I'm like, I can find them on the MLS. I don't need you to tell me. I can go to empty places, find who the owner is from the county and call the owner and do it myself. But it's got to be packaged so I can do more faster. You're with me? You understand why I need you and you need somebody like this? Because now you can assign it. I'll give you the proof of fund. This is how we do it. Or you can work there if you have the fund. You can get the contract, put it under contract, call until you're not the tenant, and then you assign. Once you assign it, the first deal and you get paid. By the way, can you put the $5,000 from your IRA? I'm talking about what we heard today. Can you, yes or no? Yes. That option money, because then it becomes option money, the self-directed IRA, and you can verify with Glenn, who spoke earlier. You can send it. So when I pay you the 40 or the 100, goes right into your IRA. Is that due? Yes. But you seem to think a lot when I ask a question. All the answers are yes. The only reason I ask you a question is to keep you alert, because the inflow of communication without an outflow of response would saturate your mind quickly and you'll get quickly over one and the time. So I just ask you a question so you can respond. You got it? Can I hear yes? Yeah, wonderful. So what other things can you do? You got it under contract, you can assign it. What else can you do? Can you go to the bank? Hello, Mr. Banker, Mrs. Banker. I got a property under contract for 600. I got this tenant coming in. And they look at you. But you're broke and bankrupt. You have the lowest score we have ever seen. Would like to take a poster of you and put it here as how low a score can go. Hey, what do you say? Don't worry about my score. Look at who is coming in. This is a corporate guarantee from $1 billion company. What do they say? Please have a seat. Coffee. See? Would like to loan you. Now, let's say the bank tells you, we don't care, we still want to see a down payment.